Along with Hubie Brown, this is Bob Neal. Welcome to the Great Western Forum, where the Los Angeles Lakers, 3-3 and in 6th place in the Pacific Division, take on the defending world champion Chicago Bulls. The Bulls at 7-1. The Bulls have won 6 in a row, 4-0 on the road, coming off a victory last night in Seattle. The Lakers have been off 4 nights. Lakers are struggling. Much of the magic gone here in more ways than one, no pun intended. Let's talk about tonight's matchup and the difficulties for the struggling Lakers team with the Bulls.
Well, I think that the Laker pressure is at the forward position. Perkins and Worthy must keep Grant and Pippen off the offensive board because they're averaging 4 apiece. Then can the Lakers all improve with 4 days of practice in their transition defense? Uncharacteristically, they're giving up 113 points a game. They're one of the worst shooting teams in the league. So tonight they need excellent shooting, good offensive rebounding, keep Chicago in a half-court game, and then when Chicago shoots, can they keep the #1 offensive rebounding team off the boards?
And Byron Scott has a sore ankle, so Tony Smith and a rookie named Anthony Peeler have everybody's nightmare. They have to guard Michael Jordan tonight. We'll be back with the tip-off right after this. Bob Neal and Hubie Brown with you from the Forum in Los Angeles. Here's tonight's Jeep Eagles starting matchups, Hubie.
Yeah, well, we look at the Grant, Perkins, Pippen, and Worthy. We said that that's going to be a Donnybrook up front. Perkins and Worthy must be able to score. And then can Smith and Peeler derail Michael Jordan? Now, that is a major task. Okay?
There's your answer there. Jake O'Donnell, Lee Jones, Ken Maurer are our officials, and we're ready to get underway. From the Forum in Los Angeles, the sparkle a little diminished as reality is set here with the end of the Magic Johnson era and a team looking for an identity. A new coach this year also as Mike Dunleavy is off to Milwaukee. Randy Fund has taken over the reins of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, they're looking for mismatches down on the baseline, and then they'll go down inside and play power basketball.
Perkins opens up 2-0 Los Angeles.
Well, they need it. They need Perkins and Worthy must show that they can score tonight.
Pippen, Grant, and B.J. Armstrong, who's been starting at the point with the injury to John Paxson. Paxson had a little setback, his knee bothering him, may not play much tonight. There's a block to start with from Cartwright, and Divac keys the break.
Now that's encouraging. If they can get some aggressive play from their front court people here, the Lakers can hang around, but it must be consistent.
10 on the shot clock. Sedale Threet running the game at the point. Long range, 4-0 Lakers. That's a 2 just inside the 3-point line.
He's off to a banner start this year, averaging 17 points a game and 7 assists, doing an excellent job for the Lakers.
Scottie Pippen in the corner. Here's played by Worthy, and now the switch.
You must see the switch and go right in. You go right into Cartwright now. Don't waste the time off the clock.
Pippen didn't have the time. Only 5 left on the clock, so Pippen hits the jumper. 4-2 L.A.
Now the Lakers are down inside. You can see it right there on the baseline. They were trying to go a guard on Worthy to cause a mismatch.
Michael Jordan with the rebound off the Vlade Divac's miss. All alone, Armstrong, baseline jumper. Rebound Divac. That's 2 early rebounds for Vlade.
Outside of the rebounding at their defensive end of the floor, we know that transition defense is going to be key for the Lakers. They must get back and match up.
There's that post-up game for Los Angeles, and Perkins needs to score there. He didn't this time. He's been struggling early this year, as has James Worthy.
Can't let him do that.
Tied at 4. Pippen has 2 buckets, and this ball game's tied.
See, Chicago Bulls, they just don't run at you, Bob. They lope down the floor. And when they do, you've got to get to your man with the basketball out at half court.
This time into Worthy in the paint, and he misses. Both Worthy and Perkins' shooting percentages are down.
The guy with the basketball is their main man in assists, leading the team, Scottie Pippen.
B.J. Armstrong to Michael Jordan. Pippen misses for the first time tonight. Remains tied at 4.
Big question, where will the Lakers get their easy baskets tonight? Will they get anything in transition? Will they get anything on the offensive boards?
Smith trying to get inside on Michael Jordan. Couldn't handle that. Still tied. Bulls on the run. Chicago had as big as a 33-point lead on Seattle last night in front of 37,000 in the Kingdome, then coasted to a 9-point win and take the lead for the first time here tonight on the Bill Cartwright jump hook. Might mention, Hubie, that Bill's playing with a dislocated finger on his right hand.
Right, on the ring finger. But he said that he can shoot. But you notice he's tried to go to his left hand.
Fidel Threet hits the perimeter shot, tied at 6.
Well, I like Threet's game. It's too bad that Scott is out tonight because he also has been playing well. The big question mark here is, when will the front court that is deep in talent for the Lakers start doing the job?
Michael pulls up just inside 3-point land and gets his first hoop of
Michael is strutting. He's strutting going back.
As everybody who's watched Jordan over the last few years knows, if he hits that perimeter shot, look out, because that's just the extra edge that he needs to really go onto a big tear. Bulls by 2.
Big Bill handling. Everyone's handling tonight on the break for the Chicago.
Bulls with the offensive board.
See, this is key. Grant and Pippen averaging 4 each. Now in the NBA, that is a ton.
Worthy goes for the steal and pays for it as Pippen has 6. Bulls by 4. Worthy loses control. Last touch by Chicago. Lakers ball. 18 on the shot clock.
See, they would like to get back to upbeating and getting the ball up the floor, try to beat him down. Now here's another good move by Pippen. See, he takes the ball right in, switches hands, right in the face of the defender. See, with this group out there for the Lakers, you don't have to worry about shot blocking.
Speaking of shot blocking, the Bulls rake that one away and now run. 3-on-3. The trailer is Grant from B.J. Armstrong.
See, the thing you love about Chicago, they make things happen at the defensive end, like Jordan coming from behind for the shot block, and then they have the ability, once they go into transition, to finish the break. A lot of teams in this league run the break, but they just don't finish.
Bulls on a 12-2 run. Bulls lead at 12-6. The Lakers with 5 championships, the team of the decade in the 80s, are 1-2 at home and just eked out that narrow victory. And Hubie, they just no longer have a guaranteed win here at the Forum.
Well, during the last 10 years, you can see they only lost 7 games a year. Last year, a miracle season. Mike Dunleavy coming in with 43 wins. They make the playoffs on the last night of the year, but they lost 17 home games. And you can see they're off to a bad start this year. Now, why? What's the problem? This coach right here, he's got a lot of problems. 39 years old, his first head coaching job. Your team is giving up a minus in rebounding for a game. You're giving up 113 points and only scoring 106, a -7. So you know you don't have little problems. You got massive problems.
And the Bulls right at 10 points plus differential, and you can add that up pretty quickly.
Well, that's why they're so great. Sam got a little pop there that time, but see, they've just got to get it done up front. Every person that you talk to connected with the Lakers will tell you one thing about this year's ball club. They are soft up front. And then you look at the 6 players that they have at the 2 forwards and center position, and you don't understand the reason why. Because the talent is there.
Cartwright backs in quickly on Divac and lays it in.
Yeah, I want to get this in. You can't play Billy Cartwright with Divac and not double team. They haven't double teamed him yet. I mean, he's just going to keep taking Divac to the hole.
Divac takes it back to the hole. Divac's very lively and quick. Actually, his best position is not at center, but at power forward.
Absolutely. People want him to score, but you can't score unless you get some shots.
Jordan fouled on the drive. Here's a look at Vlade.
It's nice to see Divac come back. Now, he's going to retaliate. Now, you know, he handles the ball. He should be a big forward in this league. When he was at his best with Yugoslavia, they played Brankovic at 7'4" in the center position, Divac at 7 foot at the big forward, and then Paspai or Kukoc at the small forward position. So that was a great front line. He comes in the NBA, and everyone wants the poor fella to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, okay, or Wilt Chamberlain. That's all they can remember here. Unfortunately, he does not have that physical build to do what those people did before.
Magic knocked down the free throws. AC Green into the ball game. AC also not producing up front the way Randy Funn needs him to. He's the man who can supply so much energy off the bench for this club. Hasn't been doing it early.
And he had a banner year last year, AC. See, right now you're already into 8 seconds. That three-quarter court press and trap just ran time off the clock, and that's
with
what
2 left. Right. Threet throws up the prayer. You heard the buzzer sound on the shot clock. 16-8 the Bulls.
Nice. Get it out. You get it out, you got an advantage here. 3-on-1. You must make the pass.
Perkins gets the basket. He's fouled by Pippen and will go to the line for the three-point opportunity.
It got a rise out of the people. A rise. They haven't seen too much of that here this year. They got hammered by Sacramento. They got hammered by the Clippers here. Now just watch this quick pitch out by Divac. Starts the break. They have the three out. Tony Smith might have held it a little bit too long. Nice end of the break by Perkins. Took it strong to the basket.
They're going to give that foul to Bill Cartwright, not Pippen. And it's a 5-point Bulls lead with 5:41 to go in the first quarter. Bob Neal, UB Brown with you from the Forum in Los Angeles.
See, Jordan's not in the offense, so they're trying to post them up early here.
They get it to him on the perimeter over Tony Smith.
So he knows he can get that one anytime. It'd be like you and I.
6 points for Jordan Early. Pippen also with 6.
See, this is what I like about the Bulls. They just change up on you. See, they want to speed up the tempo of the game. They do not want the Lakers to come up here, run their offense, and have plenty of time. Press them in the backcourt, make them waste time, and now you're inside of 10 seconds already.
Divac backing in. He's fouled, and let's take a look at Michael Jordan.
See, we want to show you Michael. He had already been down on the baseline. He came outside to let Cartwright, and see, he can get that shot anytime. He knows that. No matter who's guarding him, give him the best defender in the league because he knows when he's going to elevate, so he'll always get off the uncontested J.
Perkins from 18, the delivery from Vlade Divac.
It's nice to see Sam going here because Perkins and Worthy are shooting 41 and 42%. That has been one of the big flaws in their offense of half-court sets.
Michael Jordan misses this time. Rebound Perkins. Perkins has 7 points early, 3 out of 4. And once again, the easier basket opportunity, but 3 missed off the break.
They got back and matched up.
Pippen, it's blocked by Divac.
Here you go, 3-on-2 now. You have to see the floor. 2 guys in the same area.
Into AC Green. He couldn't get it to go down, and B.J. Armstrong, the 6'1" guard, steals the rebound. Blown opportunity for the Lakers. Grant with the offensive board, back hard, he's fouled.
2 things. When you go on a fast break, 2 guys should never be in the same area. Tony Smith went right underneath the basket where Green was, and there's a frustrated coach in your picture. He realized that should have been a score. A good win for Philadelphia at home over Miami. And how about 3 overtimes? It must have been a great one. And then at this end of the floor, when the Bulls shoot the basketball, you must put a body on Horace Grant and also Pippen. Both guys, they came into this game with 31 and 32 offensive boards, averaging 4 per contest.
4:02 to go in the first quarter. Bulls leading at 18-13 as number 1 draft choice out of Missouri, Anthony Peeler comes into this ball game. I'll remind you again that Byron Scott for the Lakers injured his ankle, will not play tonight. Peeler had a sore hip flexor, but he's a guy who can get a basket off his own dribble like you saw him go to the hole there. But remember, he's a rookie. Easily inside.
Strong move by Pippen. Pippen's all over the place here tonight.
The Lakers can't get the ball to go down. AC Green gets it to tip. The Lakers have been getting those transition basket opportunities that Fun talked about.
Yeah, that's there. But you still have to play this end of the floor. It's great to play fast break basketball as long as you can conserve energy to play defense.
Cartwright gets his own offensive rebound, lost it out of bounds off his knee. It'll be Lakers ball.
Now you're coaching the Lakers. Yeah, you've only played 8 minutes in the game, 8.5 minutes. They already have 5 offensive rebounds. You know you're in for a long night.
Randy Funn told us today as we talked with him, he just knows that he's not going to get a lot of rebounding out of Perkins and Worthy.
Now Peeler can put the ball down on the floor, Bob. Everyone that we talked to with the Lakers really feels that this guy can create stuff.
He created stuff there, beating Jordan, but the block shot from Horace Grant and the Bulls run. Pippen, B.J. Armstrong gets the lay-in.
They're so tough in transition. And it's always the key guy, Scottie Pippen, making the pass.
7-point Bulls lead, 2:49 to go in the first quarter, and Sedale 3 hits the jumper. Sedale has 6 points. It goes without saying that the Lakers aren't going to be successful if that's what they're going to have to get out of their offense. Very subdued crowd at the Forum these days. As you pointed out, Hubie, it's as though the fans don't really believe they're going to win. Pippen down, controls the ball to Jordan. Offside rebound to A.C. Green.
See, in the NBA, it's not a travel if you fall on the floor like in high school and in college. That would have been an automatic travel call.
Divac bangs the three.
Oh, he can make that one, Bob. He has an excellent game facing the basket, and he can make the three. And in a normal half-court set, you must play him honest at the top of the circle.
And the Bulls got a timeout as their lead has been reduced to 2 with 2 minutes 3 seconds remaining. Magic Johnson in attendance at the game tonight. Lakers have cut the Bulls lead to 2.
Now this is the young rookie Anthony Peeler. Now this guy has talent. He can take the ball to the basket strong off the dribble. Now, I realize he gets that shot blocked right there, starting the fast break. Now, once we said Pippen is the main guy in the break. He's the one who advances the ball the quickest of all the Chicago Bulls. But Peeler, averaging 15 minutes a game, is shooting 6 foul shot attempts. And in order to do that, you have got to have a strong upper body as a guard to get down inside off the dribble, get pounded, and take it to the hole. Everyone loves his game, and they say he is going to be a star in this league.
B.J. Armstrong gets the switch. James Edwards into the ball game for the Lakers now at center. Pippen misses the bank shot. Greek has him running. It's 3-on-3. Greek, Peeler.
You got to make it happen. Now you have the advantage.
There's Peeler taking it hard to the hoop against Michael Jordan. It's tied at 22.
You got to break that time. Yeah, that could have been called a charge because he took it right in the shoulder, right into Jordan's chest that time.
Jordan gets the good bounce.
Well, they're getting every bounce. But you must make it happen here. Big thing now is you've had a good first quarter. You only have a little over a minute to play. Make the half-court offense work.
Sedale 3. A lot of one-on-one ball handling, but he's feeling the jumper, and Sedale has 8 points. Perkins has 7.
Bob, he's coming off that pick and roll, and they have to change what they're doing. They're going under the screen, and he's just stepping back, and it's a clear jump shot.
Speaking of clear jump shots, Michael Jordan now has 10.
Not only that, but he's talking to the guys on the sideline. Okay, so you know he has a field tonight.
He's in Los Angeles, enjoys himself here in Hollywood, and has pumped up 10 points already. He's only been playing about 3 quarters lately because the Bulls have been getting such big leads, so he has to get his league-leading 30 points early.
The one thing of Chicago right there, Jordan is the design double-teamer, and you saw him get back in there. Now just watch this move by Peeler. See, he had nothing that time. He cleared Michael out. The fact that they did not call an offensive foul is kind of interesting, because usually Michael gets the majority, of course. Okay.
Will Purdue's going to come in for Cartwright as Bill picked up his 2nd personal foul, and we're not quite at the end of the first quarter yet.
Nice cut.
Peeler misses. Green rebounds.
Nice cut by Peeler. A beautiful pass by James Edwards. And excellent offensive rebound.
Grant goes hard to the hoop, but he's bumped by James Edwards.
See, right now, Randy Fund is trying to play James Edwards and Vlade Divac at the same time. 2 7-footers in there to give himself some rebound. Now, the only problem with that is one of these guys is matched up with Grant. So when the ball changes direction, you are now at a disadvantage.
Well, speaking of an advantage, the Chicago Bulls with their centers, Bill Cartwright, Will Purdue, Scott Williams, who's been playing great, Stacey King, a couple of those guys can switch over to power forward, and they have the best depth in the league there.
That's an 0 for 4. 0 for 4 right now for Horace Grant. We get a loose ball foul. Loose ball foul, Will Purdue. You see, that's what you like about the Chicago front court people. Scott Williams, Purdue, and Cartwright. They're constantly banging people around. They take their fouls. They leave the game. The next guy comes in. And what happens at the end of the night, you break down what the 3 guys are giving you. And right now they're giving them 17 points and 13 rebounds. Not bad for a position that doesn't get any shots.
That's right. They're not even on the game plan.
That's right.
The triangle.
You're an afterthought with the clock going down. Okay.
Edwards gives the Lakers the lead here toward the end of the first quarter, 28-26. So the Lakers have battled themselves into a 2-point lead over the Bulls and are on a 13-4 run. late in this quarter.
Well, you're going to have about a 3-second difference here.
Michael Jordan's turnaround is short. Grant with the offensive board.
Look out now. 9 seconds. Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Peeler out of control. Lost the dribble. Jordan on the break. Armstrong's going to pull up for the jumper.
Hey, when you're a coach, a dagger just hits you that time. You had plenty of time. Get the ball over half court, slow it down, run the offense. You're shooting the penalty. But then again, that's the way it's been going. Last year, they led the league. Fewest turnovers, 12 a game. This year, they're averaging 17.
Ernie Johnson in Atlanta. It's the Bulls by a deuce as they go to the second quarter at the Great Western Forum. Got to show you the finish at the Spectrum. Glenn Rice of Miami, they're down 129-128. He can tie in triple overtime. Won't go, but look at John Sally. Gets the offensive board, gives him one more shot. Rice to win. Won't go. How about that? Philadelphia wins for the first time at home. 129-128 in triple overtime. Jeff Hornacek had 32. Now back to the Great Western Forum.
And you're taking a look at Arsenio Hall, Magic Johnson in the audience tonight. And by the way, Charles Barkley in early with Philadelphia appeared on Arsenio Hall's show tonight. Saw him at the hotel earlier today, speaking of celebrities.
Well, that's the next opponent for the Clippers and the next opponent on the road for the Chicago Bulls. Now this right here is a telling tale. Right now Chicago has 5 offensive boards, 4 putbacks for 8 points, and Grant has 3. Remember, I can tell you, he's averaging 4, so you've got to work hard on him. That's an excellent call by Jake O'Donnell. Right down underneath the basket, we had a stranglehold by James Edwards on Scott Williams. Scott Williams, never drafted, was not drafted in the 2 rounds out of North Carolina, came in, made this ball club, and is really playing terrific basketball for the Bulls last year and again this season.
Michael Jordan pulls up from the perimeter, and Michael has 12. Bulls have Will Perdue, Scott Williams, and Rodney McRae up front with B.J. Armstrong and Michael Jordan. Eldon Campbell has entered the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's up front with James Edwards.
Oh, nice move. Great.
Another block. Michael Jordan got it this time.
Well, he's got 2 blocks now.
Peeler has to peel himself off the floor. He's seen all he wants of Michael Jordan, I'm sure, already.
Here comes the triangle.
5 to shoot. B.J. Armstrong pulls up from long range. Saved nicely by A.C. Green.
That was excellent pressure on that shot by A.C. Green. You know, B.J. thought he was going to go around him with that fancy dribbling, but A.C. very, very quick.
Perdue has forced Edwards out quite a ways as Edwards gets back in. That turnaround baseline shot's a good one for Edwards. Perdue called for the foul, his second. At the conclusion of tonight's game, Hubie and I will be selecting the Budweiser player of the game.
James Edwards on the line. We remember him as a very productive big forward for Detroit in their runs for the ring. Last year played across the way here with the Los Angeles Clippers. This year has been injured early with a tendon. All right, a tendon problem. Kept him out of all the exhibition games.
It's his second stint with the Lakers.
Yes.
Was picked by them in '77.
3rd round pick out of Washington.
Anthony Peeler. Michael Jordan misses. Anthony Peeler, is he confident? Well, he's played 4 minutes and has already taken 5 shots.
All right, that's why they picked him. They said he can do it all, and he can get it off the dribble.
Perdue, nice defensive play, bats it away on the pass entry attempt into Edwards, and Michael Jordan dishes to B.J. Armstrong for the jumper on the baseline. 34-30 Chicago.
You really have to be impressed with the Bulls on the break. They've been so beautiful tonight. Their spacing on the break is great. They get the ball to the right guy, and they always end up with a high percentage shot.
Here's Edwards with that turnaround baseline shot. Once again, it didn't go. A.C. Green gets the offensive board. He's fouled from behind by Scott Williams.
Anytime you throw the ball into James Edwards, you've got to double team James Edwards. That means that one of your offensive forwards is open, and they should be right at the front of that rim, and if he does miss, get on the offensive board.
That's what Green did. Now he's at the free throw line. Lakers have been abysmal at the free throw line. Speaking of that this year, they're only shooting about 70%, 71, I think. I know.
Well, you know, Green had such a great year last year, averaged 13 points a game. This year, he's only averaging 6. Had a great rebounding year. His rebounding is down. And then again, you look at all of this and you say, you know, they have so many guys up front, Bob. Where do you get the playing time? It's not like they only have 4 or 5 guys at those positions. They have 6 guys with talent.
7 for 7 tonight from the free throw line. As we talked about those free throw shooting rules, Lakers are keeping themselves in it tonight. Jordan quickly around Peeler, misses the jumper. Edwards with the defensive board. Eldon Campbell gets it to Green down the middle.
Nice.
He'll finger roll it home, and he's fouled by Rodney McRae.
AC has always been a good finisher on the break. That was a nice move to avoid the defender. A very difficult shot, but then he gets the drop. Now just look, James Edwards with a little push off. Now here we come. Now just watch how he evades the defender. Real nice move, gets that shoulder in there, puts it up, gets the bounce.
Lakers 7 out of 7 from the free throw line tonight. This will give the Lakers the lead with 9:28 to go in the first half of play. So Los Angeles with a lead over the Chicago Bulls. Bulls played last night in Seattle. Lakers have been off 4 days. Uncharacteristically, a long layoff this early in the year. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 4. Armstrong blows past Green,
nice
gives to
pass.
Purdue, who did get the shot up before the buzzer sounded. Will go to the line.
Nice pass that time. When you talk to the older veteran players here, you say, what's wrong with the defense? And they'll tell you, everyone gets down the middle against you. So that means your guards, your wing people are not doing a good defensive job. Now just look this right here. The lane has been open. Nice drop-off pass. Will Purdue gets hammered.
Continues his free throw shooting woes. And how about this for Chicago? 2 for 7 from the line tonight. Edwards has 3 fouls. He'll sit down. Sam Perkins back into the game.
Well, interesting stat this year. Chicago only shooting 72%. They're right down at the bottom of the league. You know, they're not last, but they're right down in that bottom quarter.
2 for 8 tonight as Purdue draws blanks on both of them. You see here Peeler playing at the point right now. He can play 1, 2, and even sometimes the 3 position.
Yeah, but when you keep backing the ball up like that, backing the ball up, your offense can't get started because all the guys can cut and be open. He can't see you because he has his back to the basket.
So what you see there is with 5 seconds on the shot clock, Perkins has to take a turnaround jumper. 2 people touched the ball on that handling job by Peeler. Keep reminding you he's a rookie. 10 to shoot. Michael spots the open shot over Peeler, and Jordan has 14, having a field night.
Well, most of the field goals, Bob, are on long jumpers. He's at least made 5 long jumpers. You're almost better off tonight forcing him to put the ball down on the floor, and let's see what will happen.
Well, I think we know. Peeler drives and is fouled on the drive.
Here's a tough assignment for Peeler. Yeah, he's never played against Jordan. You're going to see now. This is their guard around. Now he fakes the handoff and he just spins on him and shoots it. Because your first thing is, I do not want to be embarrassed if Michael goes around me. But unfortunately, now you're saying that he's going to run a cold streak because he has to be at least 5 for 6 in outside jump shots right now. So you're better off mixing up your defense, playing tight one time, not if you're not going to get any help. And we can see he's not getting any help out here.
Peeler with the first free throw miss of the night. He leads the Lakers in times at the line this year, indicating how he can get that shot off his dribble. It's tied at 36, 8 minutes to go in the half. Byron Scott out of this game for the Lakers tonight with a sprained right ankle, suffered against Golden State.
Well, see, they've been doing a lot of movement here. Passing, keeping the lane, keeping the middle open, and then cutting through.
Pippen with the soft lay-in. He has 10.
Because we all know the famous triangle offense with all of their options in that. They're giving it to us like every other time down the floor. See how he keeps backing up, backing up, backing up. Well, your other 4 guys can be running half-court sets. A guy could be wide open, but there is no way that you can deliver the passes because you cannot see the man.
Competitive game thus far, 7.5 to go in the first half. The Bulls have regained the lead, 38-36. Lakers still having some problems up front. James Worthy, for instance, hasn't played in a while and has not scored yet tonight. Perkins does have 7.
Yeah, I think that what we thought we're seeing, though. Right now, Chicago loping. They played last night. They really have not tightened up their defense, but that's going to come. Chicago in a nice even flow in their offense. They're showing us the triangle, and in the open game. Anytime they go in transition, they're scoring. But I think at the other end, we are surprised with the Laker perimeter game tonight, coming off the pick and rolls, and then also the fact that the Lakers have been able to score in transition versus the Chicago Bulls.
Three. The perimeter again, and Sedale has 10, and we're talking about bench scoring. You just saw the graphic. Chicago doesn't have a point off the bench yet. Lakers have 16. That's really something with Scott being out. Grant, offensive board doesn't fall. AC Green.
Get it out. You get it out. You got something going here now. See, Sedale, he is really hot on the pick and roll because Chicago's going to have to change up how they're playing that.
Perkins gets the double team. Three just left open for a three. Not this time. Grant kicks it to Pippen. Grant with 6 rebounds so far. 3 offensive boards. Actually make it 4 because he just had one a moment ago. Nice tip away by Worthy. Neither official saw it. They're going to decide, however, Chicago ball with 8 on the clock.
See, with 3 playing Michael Jordan, Michael feels that he can take him down on the post. He was going to back him down that time, but he thought Pippen was open, so he tried to deliver the pass.
6 seconds to shoot for Chicago. Jordan spinning around Perkins. Gets inside. The basket will fall, and the three-point opportunity. Michael already has 16.
You see, Michael looked at Perkins. He saw it. They switched. Okay, and as soon as he saw Perkins had him, he motioned for everyone to clear out. Now you watch it. He says, I'm taking Perkins to the basket. That's what you like to see, intelligent basketball, and then he comes up with a miraculous shot. Here's the trap, a 1-2, 1-1. You know they have it in their arsenal. They only use it one trap, then they get back and they match up.
Jordan covering Sedale Threet now. Left alone, AC Green from the corner. Horace Grant gets it out to Pippen. How many times have I said that watching the Bulls? Scott Williams is fouled hard by AC Green.
See what's nice about this? When you move Pippen in the backcourt, which they have now, you have Rodney McRae at small forward, you have Pippen and Jordan playing the guard position. We are going to see this a ton. Now Scottie Pippen becomes your point guard all the time, and he will be in the middle of the break every time. But what you also like here is everyone runs for the Bulls. They all fill the lanes. There's only 2 guys, Perdue and Cartwright, are the only 2 guys who do not fill the lane. But look at this right here. Cartwright, 7 points, 4 rebounds. Williams' production is terrific because he's doing it in 17 minutes a game. But the grand total, 16 points and 14 rebounds, is terrific when you consider their main 3 players are Pippen, Grant, and Jordan.
Jordan almost stole that tip. He did steal the rebound. 6:05 to go in the half. Bulls by 4.
He knows.
Jordan's turnaround over 3.
That's automatic. Okay. See, this is a terrible mismatch right now for the Lakers. No way they'll stop him. He'll just back him down every time. Now, his last 3 moves, 2 of them have been take him down and I'll shoot over the top of him.
Lakers get a 20-second timeout as Michael Jordan has 19 points with 5:49 to go in the half.
See, we're going to show you. See, the smart club now, anytime that you have Pippen and Jordan in the backcourt, if you're going to keep Sedale in the game, you're at a disadvantage because they can do this all night long. Now, that's the second time he's backed them down, and they posted him a 3rd time. And we'll see this. And we're going to see it more during the course of the season. Why? Because on the Dream Team, when they put Pippen and Jordan together in the backcourt, it was so successful. And then you pick up Rodney McRae, you're covered at 3 positions.
Coming up on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, the San Antonio Spurs with rookie head coach Jerry Tarkanian take on the Portland Trail Blazers. Ron Thule and Doug Collins will have that game for you. The Blazers playing, if anything, a little bit better this year than they did last year. They look tough.
That's what Drexler, working to get back in shape because of the operation.
The lob from Divac to Eldon Campbell. Bulls by 4. Eldon Campbell, very athletic player who's been inconsistent for the Lakers. He's at center now. Divac's at power forward along with Perkins. Lakers very big up front.
See, they're going to do that every time now. Force you to double team.
Left Pippen open for the shot. Perkins' long arms kept it alive. AC Green, turnaround. It's a 2-point Bulls lead. AC Green with 11 points off the bench.
This is a good matchup right here. AC on Pippen. AC has the quickness and the savvy to give Pippen a lot of trouble.
Reed on Jordan, going to back him in. 10 to shoot on the clock. There's the double team all the way across to Pippen. Fakes the shot and drives. Rebound Perkins. Lakers can tie.
Well, see, right now the Lakers only have one ball handler, Sedell 3, so it's difficult for them to fast break.
AC Green with the double team, slow getting it out of there. 10 seconds to shoot for LA. Now Perkins against the shorter Grant. Punched away. Nice defense again. 4 seconds to shoot. 3 has to throw up a prayer. There's that Bulls defense. Chicago by 2, now by 4, as Pippen has 12.
This is such an athletic group. They lose nothing by bringing in Rodney McCray and taking out their point guard, whether it be Paxson or Armstrong. They're bigger, they're just as quick, and they're better on the boards for you, and they're probably better overall defensively.
3 misses. Divac with the offensive rebound. 3:50 to go in the half. Lakers getting some points tonight.
Well, this is an experiment for Chicago with this group. Running the offense. Nice move.
Rodney McCray starting to get comfortable with the Bulls offense. Cartwright and B.J. Armstrong back into the game for Chicago.
Well, Rodney McCray gives you 3 positions. He's a very, very talented player. And, you know, when he played at Louisville, he was the center for all those years on the great Louisville teams. Now he comes into the pros, he's a small forward, and now they're talking about the fact that they feel they can play him at second guard, small forward, and also big forward. So there's a number of ways this ball club can go. That's why you experiment when you have that luxury of knowing you're going to win a lot of games over the course of the 82 to get ready at playoff time.
The Bulls are 4 of 12 from the free throw line tonight and lead this game by 4 anyway, with 3.5 to go in the first half. 3 to Perkins, who's open from the perimeter. Divac keeps it alive, puts it back up, and he'll go to the line.
Nice. I mean, they're really getting on the boards here tonight. Something uncharacteristic for the season, and I know everyone is happy who's a Laker fan.
From the Forum, Eaglewood, California, the Lakers and the Bulls. Second of our doubleheader tonight. Portland got a victory in the first game. Bulls are leading this one by 4. 3:21 to go in the half. And Vlade Divac tonight with 7 rebounds, and the Lakers are out rebounding the Bulls by 1 at this point in the game. Hubert.
Well, you know, he's averaging 7 for the year, but he's only playing 28 minutes a game. And he can't score a lot of points because he's only getting 6 shots a ball game. So, you know, all of this comes with opportunities.
Rodney McCray taking advantage of his opportunities. He has 4, and it's a 5-point Bulls lead. Bulls have held opponents to under 100 points 5 out of 8 times this year. Smith with the drive, tip in from Sam Perkins.
Nice move. Good move by Smith down the lane that time. Drew the double team. That opened up Perkins to get on the offensive boards.
Scottie Pippen off the baseline screen, and Pippen has 14.
It just seems like they've made every open jump shot. Now, I know they've missed some, but it just seems like they've made it.
3 had the opening down the lane. He is fouled by, or knocked out of bounds by Horace Grant with 16 on the shot clock.
With B.J. Armstrong on Sedell, he can run that pick and roll, and they can get something good out of their offense every time. Isn't it interesting? When Jordan was on Sedell, no offensive opportunities for him.
Byron Scott didn't miss a game last year, has a sprained right ankle he suffered against Golden State, and it ends a 108 consecutive game playing streak for Byron, and he's been playing well this year, particularly penetrating and getting those shots, getting to the line and getting inside shots.
Well, the nice thing about his game is he's averaging 20. He's shooting 48%. He's getting to the line, like you said. So he and Sedell 3 have been leading this ball club with 20 and 18 points. And if the front line, we're seeing a little glimpse of it tonight. There's a ton of talent up here, but they've got to be consistent through the 48 minutes.
Tony Smith and Sedale Threed at the guards now for LA. They started this game tonight with Byron being out. Inside to Divac. Offensive foul on Vlade Divac.
Oh my, tough call. Because in my opinion, I thought Bill Cartwright got tangled up with Divac when he used the drop step move to catch him on his back. I honestly thought that was a foul by Cartwright.
2 minutes to go in the first half. Tony Smith has to beat Pippen. Pippen fouls him. He'll go to the line.
Good foul. See, they're not going to give you the layup. The Bulls are smart. Not going to give you the layup. Foul you outside. All right. Take the chance on whether or not they're going to put it on the side. That time they called a continuation 2-shot foul.
Both teams in the penalty. Coming up at halftime, the Reebok halftime report with Ernie Johnson in Atlanta. Dick Versace will join Ernie. They'll have scores and highlights with tonight's action. And take a look at the preview of Shaquille O'Neal and the matchup with Patrick Ewing tomorrow night at the Big Apple. I understand that is one of the toughest tickets at the Garden in years and years and years. Can't wait to hear about that. We have them on the air later this year.
Young man on the foul line right now. He came here, averaged 24 a game at Marquette. Mike Dunleavy loved him, brought him in. And the thing which held him back, he had a heart murmur and kind of slowed things up. He got back. He was playing real well a year ago. Then all of a sudden he gets an ankle injury. He's blessed with some talent. 6'4", and he's a proven scorer.
Eldon Campbell and Divac both on Jordan. Nobody knew what to do with it. So Michael took it inside, dished it for the basket, and it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
He was so high, it looked like he could just reach over and dropped it in that time.
I have a foul this time called against the Bulls. Bill Cartwright, a missing man tonight, missing in action tonight. That's 3, by the way, for Cartwright, is James Worthy. He's only played 12 minutes in this first half, and he's only taken 2 shots, missed both of them.
Yeah, but, he's been struggling all year. You look at him, he's the old veteran, the guy that you want to go for. You just look at that right there. In the last 3 games, shooting 30%, but he's only shooting 41 for the year. Now, you talked about last year where he had the bad knee. Now, is it still affecting him? Can he change ends in transition? Were they disappointed in the first quarter? Of course. Why? Pippen was in the middle with the ball. There was no James Worthy defensively, and every fast break was a mismatch.
Bulls by 3, minute 25 to go in the half. Pippen, Armstrong, Scott Williams, Grant, and Jordan on the floor for Chicago. Pippen got Vlade Divac airborne, missed the short jumper. Lakers can pull to within 1 or better on this trip. Perkins against the youngster from North Carolina. 3-second violation, turnover.
3-second violation.
I've seen it called now twice this year. That might be 2 more than the last time in the last 2 years.
Absolutely.
Now, he was definitely in there 3 seconds, but it was nice to see that it was called.
Lakers with 5 turnovers. Chicago only 2. Under a minute to go. Jordan saw that open. Good night.
You know why? The defensive man, Tony Smith, shaded to play him for the pick and roll, and it was bye-bye, baby, baseline.
21 points in the first half for Michael Jordan. 6 rebounds, 5 assists for Michael. Having another routine walk in the park night. Divac tried the spin move inside. You saw how quick, I should say, Scott Williams was. That'll be Lakers ball.
Well, Scotty's been bumping him with the chest. He's been chesting him all along. Now, just watch this. This is a very quick move here. Nice move, and he almost had it.
Divac open for the jumper. That was partially blocked by Horace Grant.
Yes, good call, Bob. 3 on 2.
Pippen travels. 3rd Bulls turnover. And the Lakers can cut this 5-point lead down with 21 seconds.
You know what I like about that? We hear coach. You're looking at the game. 3 on 2. Pippen in the middle. 2 Lakers actually fought their way back to make it a 3 versus a 4. Very nice.
Bill Jackson having some conversations with the officials. Look at that trapping defense. Tony Smith.
Now you got to make it happen.
7 seconds to go in the half. Campbell on the baseline.
Nice.
That was making something out of nothing.
You can't give up anything here.
Well, the Bulls at the half lead it by 3. Lakers with a game effort against the defending world champions. 56-53 Chicago. Hubie and I will be back here in a few minutes. Right now, let's join Ernie Johnson in Atlanta.
Thank you very much, Bob and Hubie. Coming up.
The Bulls lead it 56-53 at halftime here at the Forum in Los Angeles. The sparkle has gone a little bit this year from the Lakers with Magic Johnson's permanent retirement now, but Magic himself is here tonight, and a lot of the movie stars are out. That's because the defending world champion Bulls are here, and the Lakers have stepped it up, and they've played a competitive game.
Well, you know, they want to see the Bulls. The Bulls are loping with a three-point lead. He could be out by more. Michael is doing his thing, 21 at halftime, not bad. Scotty's got 14. And the Chicago would be up, except they've missed 8 foul shots.
Out of 12.
Yeah, and the Lakers are doing a nice job up front. I think they're playing the way they should play. They have 11 points on second shots. Now let's look at the field goal shooting. You see that the Lakers are only shooting 44%, but they're doing a good job on the offensive boards. The free throws, naturally, is the difference here. That's the reason why the Lakers are staying close. Lakers have been able to get over 30 a game in foul shooting attempts. Fast break points, not bad. The Laker break is there for them, but they've got to end the break. Bench scoring, very, very big. Lakers doing a terrific job. But when you have Michael with 21 and Pippen with 14, the bench doesn't have to work that much. Here we have the pick and roll. Now just watch. You see as Sedell gets behind there, that guy playing the post man must step up and help out, or Threet is going to be shooting all day long. Here is Apila taking the ball strong to the basket here right now. And now you're going to see one of the offensive rebounding. 7 offensive rebounds for 11 points for the Lakers. Very, very big in them staying in this game. Now watch. They anticipate the pick and roll. Michael blows baseline. Sedell steps out of there. You say, why did he step out of there? Sedell's got to play 48 minutes tonight and handle the basketball.
Jordan and Pippen have combined for 32 of Chicago's 48 field goal attempts tonight. The men.
Are you trying to say that the ball stops when these two guys get it? No, I just think that the opportunities have been there for them. You look at the Lakers, you know, it's spread out, and they're doing all of this without James Worthy, who in 12 minutes, how about this in 12 minutes? 0 for 2, 0 for 0 on the foul line, no rebounds in 12 minutes of play. Now you understand why the coaching staff a little bit upset, and they have him sitting on the bench.
Chicago Bulls leading it by 3, 56-53. At the Forum in Los Angeles, where the Lakers are 1-2 this year, and the Chicago Bulls have won 6 in a row, and now have won 4 in a row on the road. 4-0 on the road. They haven't lost yet. The only loss came at home in the ring ceremony to an Atlanta Hawks team that amazed me when they were able to beat the Bulls at Chicago Stadium.
And that was a 1-point game, 100-99.
It was a Dominique Wilkins block of Michael Jordan shot attempt that probably would have won that for the Bulls.
Right now, the Bulls are going to that open offensive set that they've been running.
Jordan, 23.
You know, if you're an LA fan, you came out to see the guy play tonight, you're really happy. You go away and you say, you know, he's doing this effortlessly, all right? It doesn't even look like he's sweating. He's got 23 points.
Tony Smith cans a jumper from the wing.
I'm a fan of this
starting. Yeah, he's starting in place of Byron Smith, who has the sprained ankle.
Yeah, I like his game. He's 6'4". He's a tough young man, and I just wish that he'd get over his injuries and so he'd get a fair shot at either making or not making it in the
Nobody on Horace Grant. He missed 2 shots. Jordan rebound to Cartwright.
We said at the top of the show, that's the key to the game. You must keep the Bulls off the offensive board. That was their 9th offensive rebound.
Worthy now 0 for 3. Missed that one badly. Bulls run. Byron. B.J. Armstrong pulling up for the jumper. He's starting in place of the injured John Paxson, who had a little bit of a setback. Paxson's leg was coming along a little bit and slipped on the floor that was kind of wet 2 games ago for the Bulls, and he's struggling even more now. Speaking of John Paxson, probably won't play in this game at all tonight. The foul, if that's on Cartwright, it's not. It's on Grant. Cartwright starting this half with 3.
There's John. I talked to him before. He said that he was getting a lot of swelling out of the operation that he had this summer, July 1st. He thought that everything would work out. It did not. And when he plays, he really has a lot of pain. Nice to see Worthy hit a shot. But what I wanted to talk about him was on that post up before, Bob, no elevation on the shot.
Which leads you to wonder about the recovery from the surgery.
There you go. He wants it inside. Let's see what he does down in here.
Turnaround jumper on the baseline. 0 for 4 now, Worthy. He did get 2 shot attempts there. He did hit 1 basket.
Oh, he hit the jump shot.
Right.
Smith, come on. Now you got something here. Now you got a 3-on-2.
3 will pull up. And it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
Yeah, he's got a nice game. And he's got a nice game going tonight. Sedell is 6 for 11 from the fields. He's got 12 points, but he's doing a nice job in moving the ball around and hitting the open jump shot.
Michael Jordan is fouled. They're going to call Worthy for that.
You know, you love to see smart teams play. As soon as B.J. Armstrong and Michael Jordan crossed, L.A. switched. Michael Jordan looked at Sedell. Boom, right to the box. Get him the basketball. Something good is going to happen.
23, 7, and 5 for Michael tonight. And Michael Jordan, you might call it a career year for anybody else.
Yeah, right. 6th straight scoring title. The all-defensive team for the 5th straight year. MVP in the finals.
6 straight scoring titles, but that's not the record. The guy holding the record played here for a while in Los Angeles.
Wilt Chamberlain. Nice. All right,
Vlade Divac gets the hoop.
It was nice to see Worthy take it to the hole and elevate.
9:07 to go, 3rd quarter. Bulls by 3. 8 to shoot. That's a 3 from B.J. Armstrong. Nobody was anywhere near him.
He's had a very nice game tonight. You know, that's his 5th field goal. He's like 5 for 8 from the field. And he's hitting all the open ones. Nice pass.
Hard foul. Scottie Pippen on Divac. Bob Neal, Hubie Brown with you from the Forum in Los Angeles, where the Lakers are trailing the Bulls by 6. It was a 3-point game at halftime. We have 8:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and a second of a doubleheader tonight on TNT. Portland beat Sacramento in our first game, 104-99.
Anytime you take it to the basket against the Bulls, you know someone is going to be there. They're going to challenge you, and if they can, they're going to foul you. They are not going to let you dunk the basketball if they can help it. Look at this. Good, strong move by Scottie Pippen.
Bulls by 5. 8:36 to go, 3rd quarter. Jordan with the double team. Trouble holding on to the ball. 8 seconds to shoot. Must be slippery. The crowd loved it. Michael Jordan made a mistake.
Yeah. That might have been the only one so far tonight. No, I think he tried to force a pass in the 1st quarter.
Right.
That down inside.
I was going to say the only one this year. Sedale 3 driving on B.J. Armstrong. And Sedale has 14 tonight.
Sedale is answering. He's really playing a beautiful ball game tonight.
Chicago leading by 3, 10 on the shot clock. Inside to Jordan. Divac there. Perkins has that shot. Decides to get it to Worthy.
Nice.
Gets the lay-in and the foul. And an opportunity to tie this game from the free throw line.
That is so rare. They have not seen that this year very often. And that would be a pet move for James Worthy. When that pass went in, Scottie Pippen gambled. And when he missed, James just spun quickly. The old shot. Take it strong.
sellout crowd here at the Forum tonight, and that used to be no news, but it's news now as the Lakers are struggled to a 3-3 start this year. The retirement of Magic Johnson, only 1 of 2 here at the Forum this year. They lost their first 2 games. The most they've ever lost at the Forum in a row to start a season was 3, and that was that mark was in jeopardy. Worthy now with an opportunity to tie this game. He's 2 for 7 from the floor, has no rebounds tonight, but has come alive in this third quarter.
Yes, he has. They're getting back to the crowd now. They're only averaging 14,500. They're like 2,000 off. Right now, the Bulls are back to the triangle offense. They're doing a nice job here. Posting Michael once again.
6 seconds to shoot. Jordan airborne, nowhere to go. Back to Pippen from 16. Grant kept it alive, but Perkins decided not to run it down, and Smith had to come away with it. Worthy to 3. This is a 3 from Divas.
Yes.
He's hit both of his three-point attempts tonight, and the Lakers have a 3-point lead.
Do it, big fella. 2 for 2 out there.
I was talking to Randy Fund about that tonight. Randy Fund said, we like him to face the basket, like him to do it more. LA on a 9-0 run here, and they've taken a 3-point lead, and the crowd has come alive. Punched away by Smith. 4 on the shot clock for the Bulls.
Going to give you here now. Nice kick back. Watch Steve. Didn't even hesitate. Now he was out there at least a step beyond the 3-point line.
John Paxson is going to make an appearance in this ball game. We were understanding that he might not play at all because of that sore knee. First appearance, B.J. Armstrong goes to the bench. 4 to shoot for the Bulls. 3. Pippen left alone. Horace Grant with another offensive board. Paxson, who's got that jump shot. He says, I don't need to be warmed up.
It's nice to see. He told me he's really struggling. A lot of pain. Gets the swelling after he just plays, limited minutes. Totally unexpected, he said. But then he looked at it and he said, I'm 32 years old. That's the other side of the coin.
That's the other side of the world for me. 6:11 to go in the third quarter. Lakers have taken the lead here. Let's have a look at tonight's Chevrolet scoreboard. That's the 4th personal, by the way, on Scottie Pippen. Philadelphia got the win. Charlotte continues on a roll. They even their record at 4-4. Charlotte and Orlando looking good, and Golden State continues to struggle. Utah beats Indiana by 2.
5-0 on the road for Utah.
Washington beating Minnesota. Portland over Sacramento in our first telecast of our doubleheader here tonight on TNT. I'm sure Gary Bender and Doug Collins are at a library somewhere watching this game tonight.
See, it's nice to see James, doing it right now. Last year he had that bad left knee, the strained knee, and it forced him to miss 28 games. And right now people are questioning whether or not he still has the quickness and also the jumping ability to be able to post up night in and night out against the tough defensive teams.
Lakers by 3. Jordan looking to post up Grant. Perkins fronts him. Jordan drives. Over Smith, right in his face. Good defense by Smith. Williams kept it alive, but Divac with a good hands.
Oh, look at the big fella handling nicely.
Hammered by Horace Grant as he cut down the lane.
Well, they're not going to let you go down there by yourself now, Bob. Come on.
Just ask Divac. Worthy's the turnaround jumper. No question about it. Worthy's elevation not there. Now Jordan. Grant. From long range to go with his 13 rebounds, Horace has only 6 points.
Okay, we should call a timeout and let's have a shootout with all forwards and centers from beyond the top of the circle. All right?
You see Horace Grant do that about 3 times a season from that range.
Got to stay inside your game here now.
Perkins leans in. No foul. No call. It's going to be Chicago ball.
Well, everyone wanted that. Jake O'Donnell was right there on top of the play. And what he's saying is the defender was up in the air. Perkins stepped right into him. So he gives it a no call. Could have called it either way.
Lakers lead it by 1. Bulls can regain the lead with 4:52 to go in the third quarter. Rodney McRae, Paxson, Grant, Scott Williams, and Jordan on the floor for Chicago. Paxson. Inside to Scott Williams over Divac.
They get it out now.
The Bulls back so quickly. Sadale 3 took it in on Jordan, but
Michael made him change his shot. Good call right there
on Michael Jordan.
Great play by Divac. He knew that Michael was going to catch the ball, turn and take a step. Now just watch this. He was right there. Good move, and you know it's not going to be an offensive foul in this league. They always manage to come up with a travel. Everyone is happy with a travel call.
Unbelievable. Oh, my. They mop up the floor, however, and the Lakers will inbound. So you get the turnover, no foul.
See, it's showing you pick and roll again now. See, that time they're stepping up and trapping Sadale. They're not going to let him take that jump shot.
AC Green from long range. Divac was there for the offensive board, but didn't get the lucky bounce as it caromed high off the rim. Michael Jordan with a double clutch. That's worth the price of admission.
That was
Michael with
beautiful.
27.
Just beautiful.
James Edwards is fouled on the shot attempt.
Right now, Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson up complaining about that one. Michael thought that he had it clean. Anytime you're a pivot man and you're making an offensive move, you always must be conscious of the fact that Michael is coming from the top in order to try to get the block. Now, you say, why is he doing it? At playoff time, he's all over the court. Right now, he's picking his spots because the game is close. James Edwards
18 of 22 from the free throw line.
Yeah, now watch. Here's the move right here. Now here comes Michael right there. You can say, well, from that angle, he did get mostly ball, but he did get a piece of the wrist. James Edwards, a notoriously bad foul shooter, usually in the low 60s over the course of the season.
Michael Jordan for 3.
Yes, Michael. How about the fact that Michael Jordan this year in threes is 11 for 24. That's about 440 or 445% in three-point attempts.
There's that nice move by Michael on the double clutch. Bulls have regained the lead by 4. Michael Jordan right at his scoring average, 12 of 23 from the floor tonight.
Right, and this is his 30th point. And like we said on the year, that's his 11th three of the season. Now, Michael is chasing Wilt Chamberlain for the scoring titles, but we wanted to talk about the next guys. George Gervin did it 4 times, George Mikan 3 times in the 50, Bob McAdoo when he played at Buffalo, and then Neil Johnston, who also played as a center for the Philadelphia Warriors back in the 50s, did it 3 times.
Divac open in the corner. Not for long, however. 7 seconds left.
Well, he has confidence in that spin move, see? And he has a right to be, because he is very, very quick when he is motivated. The big knock on him right now from the players and management and coaching, everybody, is he's not playing hard the way that they feel that he can do it. But then again, you know, he is playing center. He's back off of a herniated disc last year where he missed 46 games. And then he came back, he played pretty well. But now they want more out of him. They want him to play bigger and be more ferocious.
I'll tell you who he misses. He misses Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, good. A big emotional motivator to him.
Yes, absolutely. He was on him every day. And he responded to all of that. Right now, no one has been able to seem to press the right button. Michael Jordan did because he came to town.
10 to shoot for the Bulls. Leading it by 3. 2:55 to go, third quarter. Jordan against Tony Smith. There's the double team. Jordan splits it, draws the foul, hits the jumper. He has 32, a chance for 33. And this may move Jordan past Karl Malone, depending on what Malone did tonight in Utah's win. Jordan was 1/10 of a point behind Karl Malone for the lead in scoring, 36.6 to 30.6 to 30.5.
Watch how he splits and then he releases. Just a very, very difficult shot when you feel that he split the double team that time.
Edwards with the rebound off to Michael Jordan, and it's 6 for 15 from the line for the Bulls tonight. Sedale Threet gets past Jordan and draws the foul. It's on Michael and Sedale.
Nice move by Sedale. Caught Michael thinking that he was going to slow down. Usually Sedale will come up, survey things, and then get into the offense. That time, he definitely fooled Michael, gave him a hesitation move, took him strong off the dribble.
Bulls by 5. 2:42 to go third quarter. Sedale Threet, who stepped in with a very difficult role to replace Magic Johnson at the point, and he did an excellent job last year. 15 points, 7.5 assists.
Hey, this year, 18 points and 7.5 assists.
Bulls by 3. McRae, Grant, Paxson, Williams, and Jordan on the floor. Michael Jordan loves Hollywood. 34 points for Michael.
There's nothing they can do with him, Bob, because anytime that he passes and comes off the screen, they're trying to play it honest so that he will not dribble, and he's wide open on the jump shot.
Sedale trying to beat the gimpy Paxson, but the good defense, and Jordan with a big jam. 36, Michael at 37 last night, less than 24 hours ago at the Kingdome in Seattle. 74 points. 73 points in less than 24 hours. That may be a record there.
3-on-2.
Paxson with the lay-in from Jordan.
That was nice. That was a nice distribution by Michael. He surveyed. He saw that they had a 4-on-2, and he dished to Paxson. Now, he could have gone to the other side, but he realizes Paxson needs a little confidence builder. You say, well, why about that? Well, Paxson is struggling, and he told me today, I'm only shooting in the 30s, and the reason I have no legs. And a shooter, a jump shooter like myself, I'm only as good as my legs, and especially when I play long periods of time. We all know that the fatigue factor makes cowards out of all of us, and it also makes you short on your jump shots.
Michael Jordan with that slam jam on the break. Let's just listen to the power of Michael Jordan in the air. Oh, it wasn't even noisy, just nothing but cord. This quarter, Jordan 15 points, made his last 5 field goals, has 9 rebounds in the game. He's on his way to a triple-double tonight. Depending on how long he stays in the game, he has 6 assists. And the Bulls have built a 9-point lead behind Michael Jordan. That's the largest of the game.
See, they were trying to go clear out that time, one-on-one versus Paxson.
AC Green and Peeler and Campbell and Edwards on the floor for the Lakers.
Good block that time by Scott Williams. Ball did not hit the rim. The 24-second clock went off. See, they're posting right now.
There's the double team, no problem. Wow. Rimmed out. Rebound Campbell. He's fouled. And Rodney McRae's called for the foul. Tuesday night, 8 Eastern Time. San Antonio at Portland. Ron Poole and Doug Collins will have the game for you. And both teams end the penalties. No, Bulls are. Lakers aren't yet. 4 two-team fouls on the Lakers. 5 on the Bulls.
You know, last year, AC Green, we talk about durable people. It was his 5th straight year that he's played all 82 games. Last year, we said that he was 16th in the league in rebounding. He averaged 9 rebounds a game last year, and also right up around 13 points. And it'd be good to see if he and Divac could get more involved in getting shot opportunities. That would give them more incentives to work harder on the boards at both ends of the floor.
Randy Funn, the Lakers coach. Peeler called for the foul. Randy Funn, the Lakers coach, trying to change this offense a little bit, trying to get things to happen a little differently for the Lakers, and it's really pretty tough as you look at the foul on Peeler. It's really pretty tough for him to make changes on the fly, even though they had 3 days off.
You know, all of that is well and good, but the reason why they were so successful last year is the fact, and Michael scores again, is that they only turn the ball over 12 times a game. You turn it, you up-tempo, you're going to turn the basketball over. That puts a premium on you to play excellent defense and to be a great rebounding team. They have shown neither this year in the early going. Now, we realize we still got 6 months to go. It's a young coach. He went to camp. He tried one way of playing because Magic Johnson was here all of a sudden to retire. Now you got to change things all around.
Trying to get a little motion in their offense. 33 seconds left in the quarter. Michael Jordan just glanced over at our table like, I'm even impressed with the way I'm playing. He has 40.
And he's just cruising. I mean, very few times has he really had to strain himself to get anything off.
Well, we knew this was going to be a real nightmare for the Lakers tonight. Byron Scott is out. Byron has trouble. Here comes Michael.
Up.
Mark it down.
And they're standing here. Now what? You better watch out. He'll steal it back.
So Dale 3 missing. Scott Williams rebounding to end the quarter. Well, you're not going to see this very often. Look at Michael, Magic, and Arsenio laughing at this.
Well, you can see he took his eye off it because he was measuring the distance for the dunk.
I know what happened. He got his tongue out at the wrong time. The timing on the tongue is everything. Bulls up by 12. You're looking at Dave Justice of the National League champion Atlanta Braves, relaxing a little bit in the off season. As our producer Rowan Backfish said, nice catch there in Game 6. They never forget nor forgive.
They're tough on you in Atlanta.
Michael Jordan has 40 points in this game tonight, and at one point here in this third quarter, the Lakers got a 3-point lead, and then it was lights out. 19 in the third quarter. That's a game for most people. Michael's still embarrassed.
Yes, he is.
You know what he's going to do? You know what he was trying to do? He was trying to get that ball in position for the turnaround. He was going to do a reverse behind the back jam and couldn't get a grip.
This is their opportunity right now. The Lakers must come alive. Nice backdoor. Good block by Grant.
What a play by Horace Grant.
You're never safe. You're never in for an uncontested shot against the Bulls.
11:36 to go in the ball game. Just opening the fourth quarter. Bulls by 12. Here's the beautiful move by A.C. Green, and then watch number 54.
Now coming from the right of your screen, right there. Grant's having a terrific night. He's got a number of blocks, plus he's got at least 5 offensive rebounds.
Pippen over Campbell. Eldon backed off a little too far, and Scotty with his first points in the fourth quarter, 16 for the game. Bulls build a lead to 14 points. Remember, they are beating teams by an average of 10 points a game this year, and that's off after they got off to that very slow start in terms of just barely being able to beat teams. Paxson with a steal. It's 3-on-2.
Oh, boy, that was a pretty release.
And Perkins comes away with the rebound. Bulls on a 15-3 run. Peeler for 3. Peeler is 5 of 7 from three-point land. He's got that shot.
You know, and he came in with a lot of people questioning his range, but he's making the 3.
Bulls by 11. Rodney McCray in the lineup now. Rodney getting more and more comfortable with this Bulls offense. Horace Grant on the nice feed. Bulls having their way inside at the moment.
You just cannot forget about them. That's the thing. When that ball goes up, you must put your body on your assignment because they are crashing the boards.
Perkins from long range.
The Lakers are not going to win the battle of the outside game.
Paxson from Scott Williams. Pippen is fouled.
Another second shot. And the two guys that are doing it all the time to you are Grant and Pippen. They're constantly challenging you. They knife to the board.
We're talking about this point differential, the numbers of points the Bulls are winning by this year, 9.9.
Now this is big. They win the championship. They had a 9.1 differential. Last year they win it again at 10-4. This year they're at 9-9, and they'll be over 10 when you consider in tonight's game. And when you look at it, it's best since the early 70s when the Lakers
were the world champions, by the way, in 71-72 when they had that point differential.
It's just the team that comes out and they do all the little things every single night. Their three best players are all outstanding defensive players: Jordan, Pippen, and Grant.
Now Worthy against Rodney McRae. 10 to shoot. Perkins wisely bounces it off of Scott Williams. 7 seconds for the Lakers. Sedale Threed is back in as Peeler sits down.
If Sedale is not in the game, they really do not have any penetration in setting up. They do not have the key passer to run their offenses for a guy to get a ball coming off of a screen when he's wide open.
AC Green trying to get something off his dribble. He's fouled as he penetrates and will go to the line. Scott Williams called for the personal. That's his third. Chicago winning the rebounding battle tonight, 33-27.
But see, the one that hurts you the most, the 11 offensive boards, because they've scored at least on 8 of them.
AC Green struggling from the free throw line.
Now you look at the Lakers now, they're going once again with a big ball club, and you have James Worthy playing the 2-guard position now.
These two teams combined have missed 18 free throws tonight.
Yeah, but they're both very low foul shooting teams. The Lakers only shoot 71%, and Chicago only shooting 72 this year. Half-court trap. Now we're seeing it for the first time tonight.
Pippen left alone for the jumper. Kept alive by Campbell to Perkins to Threet. Worthy. Over McRae. And it's an 11-point Bulls lead. If the Lakers want to cut into it, they have 9 minutes to go in this ball game. They'll have to chip into it here.
Now here's the trap again. 1-3-1. Ooh, they needed that one.
Nice job on the trap, but the foul is called. Be sure to stay tuned to TNT for Inside the NBA with Fred Hickman and Vince Cellini after our telecast tonight. We'll have scores and highlights of tonight's games, look back at the week's action in case you missed it, and profile the new look head coaches. To shoot for Chicago. 6. 4. Pippen. Oh my.
Green played him as well as you can. He was looking to take him off the dribble. Green really took away the lanes. And you hit a fall away. Can't do anything about that.
Scotty has 19 points. 3. This time the rebound. Perkins lays it back up and in, and Sam Perkins has his first points of this half, 13.
So you're still within good striking distance. You're only down 6. You got 8 minutes to go here.
3 seconds called twice in this game. And here's the look of Pippen, who created his own shot over in the corner despite the good defense.
See, he's wearing out Green. You know, Green's doing a good job. He's switching up on him, changed his lead leg defensively, and then a player throws a fadeaway from 21 feet out. There's nothing you can do about that.
B.J. Armstrong, Michael Jordan back into the game for Chicago. Michael rested a couple of minutes. A little less than 2 minutes, actually. Michael with 40 points tonight. Campbell is fouled hard by Scott Williams, and that's his 4th.
You think of Scott Williams, Will Perdue, Cartwright. Every time they foul somebody, the guy ends up on the floor, and if you notice, no one goes over to pick you up. And that was the same thing that the old Celtics used to do to you. Same thing Philadelphia would do to you. All nice guys, but they foul you hard because they're great defensive teams, and nobody picks you up.
They've got 18 of those fouls to hand on you.
Yeah, there you go.
Bulls by 10. Eldon Campbell cuts it to a 9-point deficit. Lakers still alive with 7:49 to go in this ball game. Lakers 1-2 at the Forum this year. The Bulls have won 6 in a row. And Michael's fouled on the drive. Eldon Campbell.
That time they were in the trap. Michael said, "You're not trapping me. I'm taking Campbell to the baseline side."
2 team fouls on the Bulls, 4 team fouls on the Lakers already here with 7:38 to go in the game. So Bulls once again will probably be going to that free throw line shortly. Michael Jordan misses this time. Michael has 40. It's kept alive. Jordan,
nice
bad pass. Worthy, perfect for the jam. It's a 7-point Bulls lead.
James Worthy was limping. All right, he was gimpy on that dribble. Just
Now
have to
back
come up
into
with a
this.
couple of, make them take some long jumpers here and hope they don't go in.
Hope that 23 doesn't
I
take
couldn't
it.
get it out fast enough.
Michael has just tied his career high versus the Lakers, 42 points. He got 42 last time against the Lakers in 1988.
How about your small forward right here dribbling the basketball, averaging 10 rebounds a game, Scottie Pippen.
Turnover Bulls, Lakers ball. They're still hanging in here, and Phil Jackson's going to get a timeout. He sees some sloppy ball handling that he doesn't like on the part of the Chicago Bulls. 6:39 to go in this game. The Lakers had taken a 3-point lead midway through the third quarter, and somebody must have said something to Michael, who went on a 19-point scoring spree in the third quarter, and now the Bulls up by 9.
Also, the defense is tightened up, Bob, and you can understand they're out on this trip. This was a key game for them because it was the second in a back-to-back. They destroyed Minnesota in Minnesota, Seattle. They're doing it again here right now, and then they're going to have a day off before they play Phoenix at Phoenix Sunday night, another day off before they go into Golden State on Tuesday. This was a key game. They fly down here, and everybody was surprised. The team was working out in this gym today at 11 a.m. Most pro teams would have taken a day off and come in early and shot before the ball game. This club is all business.
Dale Threet into James Worthy. Lakers down by 9, punched away by Rodney McCray, stolen by Worthy.
That's the second time McCray has done that to him.
And Worthy gets it to Perkins for the lay-in, the North Carolina connection. And Perkins now with 17, and the Lakers have pulled to within 6 minutes to go in this game.
So they're still within striking distance, but it must happen at the defensive end of the floor.
7 to shoot. And the hold called against Anthony Peeler. Vlade Divac back in for the Lakers.
See, it's a tough situation for them because now they're shooting the penalty. Now, right now, look at this on the road. Last year, 8-1 at the beginning of the year, 6-0 versus the West. This year, 4-0, okay, including 2-0 versus the West. Last year, the best road team in the league, and you think back to last year, 67 wins, 67-15. The year before, 61-21.
You know, most teams, when they change coasts, think of the road trip like this as being bad. The Bulls seem to thrive on it. They actually enjoy this time. The circus is in Chicago Stadium, so the Bulls and the Blackhawks are both on the road. So Phil Jackson says they like it. They actually enjoy the road trip. Finally, it goes out of bounds. 5:36 to go in this ball game. Bulls lead it 98-90. And Michael, by the way, has set a new career scoring record against the Lakers with his 43 points.
You'd like to see the Lakers come out of here with something strong, where they get a good high percentage open shot. Scottie Pippen just punched Divac right in the stomach. Divac was trying to get position on Scottie Pippen, and he was moving him, and he just went bam, right, right in the numbers.
I don't think Vlade knew it. He said, if that's all you got to bring to me. They're rechecking the scoring table. They're trying to reset the 24-second clock. They've got it to 6 seconds here.
Yeah,
Jake O'Donnell.
They popped it up to 24 seconds. Definitely incorrect. They got it down to 6 right now.
Coming up next, inside the NBA with Fred Hickman and Vince Cellini.
Now, you know, you just don't have a lot of time. They dropped it down to 5 seconds, but you would like to get a high percentage shot. And in 5 seconds, if you can get the ball inside of 15 here now, something good will happen for you.
Perkins from long range. Buries the three. You heard Hubie Brown in the classic coach. Oh no, yes. No.
So much for logic. Okay.
No. Yes.
You end up with a 24-foot shot. Definitely
crowd's back in
the
this
game plan. Come on.
6 on the shot clock. Jordan has 45. Oh, me. Jordan 37 last night, 45 tonight. Divac 2 for 2 from three-point land, decides to put it away this time. Perkins, left-handed hook goes. It's a 5-point game. The Lakers have contended all night long. They trailed by 12 and had a chance to throw in the towel and did not do it.
Big thing now is keep working on the other 4 guys and hope that Michael will hit a clearance now.
Divac with the block after Pippen had beaten Worthy. That's 3 rejections for Divac tonight.
Now this is big right here.
Worthy, the money man.
Yes! All right.
It's a 3-point Bulls lead.
Like I said, keep working on the other 4 guys, and you're going to hope that Michael will miss some shots down the line.
DJ Armstrong.
There it is. Good pressure.
Chance to pull to within 1 or better. It was 90-76 Chicago. It is now 100-97. Worthy in the paint.
Oh, nice pass.
Divac couldn't hold it. However, sloppy ball handling from the Bulls. Worthy knew the shot clock was winding down.
Yes, he did.
Took the long-range shot, and the Bulls' lead has been cut to 1. And this is the most noise you've heard at the Forum this year. The Bulls' lead has been cut to 1. James Worthy has really come alive.
Yeah, now just watch Divac come over here now and get his 3rd block. At the other end, it led to a field goal right here. James, now watch the elevation. See, we have not seen this tonight. That's the old James Worthy. Then, the next play. Now, on this pass, Divac gets caught with his hands at his side. Okay, now as the ball goes out, as the ball is put back, Worthy realizes there's 5 seconds on the shot clock. Just a great move by James.
Lakers trail it by 1, 3:34 to go in the ball game. The free throw line has been a real disastrous area for Chicago tonight.
Now down the wire here, Chicago has 3 timeouts and a 20. LA has 3 timeouts left.
Good defense against Jordan.
Oh my, yeah, right now, Cartwright just popped Divac, but the foul was called before. Jake O'Donnell was right on the play. Divac was trying to out-muscle Cartwright and stop him from getting into a post-up, and you'll see it right here. Now you're going to watch what happens. As Cartwright tries to move, he pops Divac right there, but Jake O'Donnell had already called the foul. Cartwright struggling on the foul line once again this season.
The Lakers are in the penalty. Bulls will be going to the free throw line the rest of the game. And the Bulls are now 8 of 20 from the free throw line.
Yeah, now he's only shooting 73%. But, you know, back in 1981, Billy Cartwright tied a record by making 19 consecutive foul shots. Bob Pettit did it in a game, and Adrian Dantley. They're the only 3 guys to have a tie for that record.
I mentioned that Cartwright's playing with a dislocated finger tonight on the shooting hand.
The Bulls are going to pick you up and pressure you, try to wear you down. Now the big thing is they've been having a good day getting the ball to Worthy right here and making something happen.
Divac from 18.
Good. By going to Worthy, it forced Chicago to double team, and that opened up Divac.
It's tied at 101, 2:53 to go in the game.
Guard around.
Beautiful one-touch pass. Ball loose on the floor. Divac's there.
Yes, great steal. 3 on 2.
3 will pull up and get it to Worthy. The tip by Divac won't fall, or by Perkins. And Perkins is fouled. He'll be going to the free throw line.
I tell you, you're happy for them because they have not done a thing wrong. Ever since they were down 14, they have just out-hustled the Bulls. The Bulls shifted into cruise control. Now, this is a great, that was a kick out because Horace Grant was down inside double teaming on Worthy that time. Nice to see Divac hit the shot. At the other end of the floor, Sedell Threet knocked that ball loose from Michael Jordan.
Pippen has 5 personal fouls. 2:27 to go in the game. Stolen by Jordan from the rookie.
Nice move.
Michael with 47. It's a 2-point Bulls lead.
Well, see, Peeler thought he was taking a normal guy off the dribble that time. Michael just rose to the occasion.
Double team to Worthy in the paint. Triple pump, and it's still blocked by Grant. They're going to say it's goaltending. Count it, and it's tied at 103.
I tell you, that was really close. From my side, I thought that Grant gets this. Now just watch as he holds him off. On a ball hit the board.
Exactly.
That was an excellent call.
Tied at 103, 1:56 to go in the ball game. Jordan in the paint over Peeler.
Good call. The fans did not want that one called. Michael Jordan posted up, and as he released, he got hit right on the hand.
Bulls have committed only 3 team fouls. We pointed out earlier, Lakers got in team foul trouble earlier in the quarter, so for the rest of the ball game, the Bulls will be at the line, and the Bulls have a foul again.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
8 of 21 are the Bulls. Make it 9 of 22. Bulls by 1, minute 50 to go.
I remember both teams have 3 timeouts left, and the Bulls even have a 20. Nice move.
Worthy quickly to the hoop around Pippen. Around Horace Grant.
Yeah, Grant never thought that he was going to run a spin move.
Lakers have the lead by 1. Pippen over Worthy. Big rebound from guess who? Horace Grant.
That's right. And unfortunately, that's the 10th score tonight for the Chicago Bulls. They have 15 offensive rebounds, 10 field goals. Can't get messed up here. Plenty of time. There's 10 seconds. Plenty of time.
Perkins gains it on the baseline over Cartwright. Lakers by 1 with 1:06 to go. And the Lakers' #1 fan is enjoying this game tonight.
We're seeing some great shooting here.
Perkins has 24 points.
Now you see the Lakers just cannot foul because the Bulls are shooting the 1-and-1.
Although the way the Bulls have been shooting free throws tonight, it's not a bad play.
No, that's a very good point. Michael Jordan's on the line. He's an 83% shooter. A consistent 83-85% foul shooter through his career.
7 for 10, make it 8 for 11 now, tonight.
Good call right now. Timeout by the Lakers.
Tied at 107. Tied at 107.
Now this is Worthy making a quick spin move. Right there, he caught Grant. But here's the key right there, the elevation and the extension. At the other end of the floor, you're going to see the shot by Pippen. Now just keep an eye to the left side of the screen, and here he is right now. The 6th offensive rebound for Grant, his 5th score underneath. And now Perkins really makes a key shot here. Nice fadeaway in your face on Cartwright. Yeah, now here's our reset. Chicago's sitting good because they have 3 timeouts at 20 and 1 foul to give, and that might be important. The Lakers right now still have plenty of timeouts too, and you're inside of 57 seconds right now.
With 11 and a half minutes to go in this game, Chicago led 90-76. They were cruising. Since then, the Lakers have outscored the Bulls 31-17. Bulls by 1.
But that's because we put up that differential statistic at that time.
It's only the third time this year the Bulls have given up more than 100 points in a game. Worthy, he's been hot. Look at the jam! Anthony Peeler! Jackson wanted offensive basket interference. Didn't get it, and the Lakers lead by 1.
Great move. Now pick and roll for Jordan. Jordan and Grant. Now Michael wanted to clear out.
Paxson with 7 on the shot clock, misses. Rebound Perkins, nice save by Sam. But wait a minute, the whistle, it was out of bounds off Chicago, so it'll be there. Perkins may be hurt. He's having trouble getting up.
Well, he's having trouble getting up. He landed right into the camera people on the baseline there.
It's going to be Lakers ball. Divac will inbound. Quick substitutions coming here from both benches.
Yeah, you only have 16 seconds here right now. And remember, the Lakers are up. Now, Chicago has a foul to give, so you can't get them to shoot. You got to get 2 fouls in here if you're going to do that. Now, the Lakers right now are being smart. They're calling a timeout. Now, you sit down and you say to yourself right now, I want to put all good foul shooters on the floor. Now, if they do foul us, we get it on the side, but then they would foul us again. Let's be prepared.
It's Lakers 109-108, 16.1 left. Lakers ball.
Right now, you're going to see Worthy make the move. This was the missed shot. Now keep an eye on Peeler, who comes on the baseline. Definitely not goaltending. He took it off the glass. That was bouncing away from the rim. Now right now you're sitting in a situation where the Bulls have a foul to give, so they cannot put the Lakers on the foul line right away. Now you're the Lakers. The key thing is that when you're moving this basketball around, you still have 1 timeout left, and the other factor being that you want to get the ball in the hands of your best foul shooters. That is a primary key. Now you know that the Bulls are going to foul you 1 time and then force you to take the ball out again.
Jordan with 50 points tonight, the 23rd time in his career. Wilt Chamberlain, of course, scored 50 a ton of times, too.
Now, because the Bulls are so good defensively, you have got to be prepared for them to really muscle you now and go for the steal. There's your quick foul, forcing you to take it out again. You only lost 2 seconds off the clock, not even 2 seconds.
Now the inbounds, and the next foul will send the Lakers to the line. The fourth quarter, we said at the beginning of the game, Perkins and Worthy had to come up big. In the fourth quarter, Perkins 13, Worthy 10.
All right, now this is key. You go for the steal first. If you don't get it, you foul. Oh, great steal.
Out of bounds. It'll be Lakers ball.
Poor Lee Jones, who was refereeing. Grant ran right over the top of him. And like we say, that when you are a notorious good defensive team, you get the bumping. You get the bumping, it's a non-call. And that was a good move by Perkins. He had no one free. He's not going to force a pass. Veteran guy taking it out. Call a timeout. Let's take the pressure off.
12.8 seconds remaining in this game. Let's go to Ernie Johnson in Atlanta.
Thank you very much, Bob Neal, Ernie Johnson, Dick Versace back here. Time for our finishing touch, and we're going to take you back to that Utah-Indiana game. Boy, those Utah Jazz playing great on the road. They are 5-0. Don't bring up the hungry thing.
No, I won't.
Been playing all season without eating. John Stockton, he was the man. Took 5 stitches, came back, and turned out to be the hero. Game tied at 95. Listen up.
Trap, heel fake, turn, a little jump shot, no good. Rebound, tipped up, grab a car below to Stockton. Jazz on the run. Stockton to the middle. Pull up, 20-footer. Good. 1 second left. 1 second left. John Stockton gives Utah the 2-point lead. Timeout.
That was a thriller, 97-95. A great finish brewing here at the Great Western Forum, too. What do you look for here in the closing ticks with the Bulls and the Lakers, Dick?
Well, it's going to be a long 12 seconds because there's going to be a lot of free throws.
Well, let's go back to him and see what does develop there. Let's go back to Bob Neal at the Great Western Forum. Take it away.
Thanks, Ernie. 12.8 seconds remaining in this game. Lakers have the lead, 109-108.
Now, the Lakers have no timeouts left. So the Bulls are going to try to go for the steal. If they don't get the steal, you foul, because then the Lakers must go to the foul line and prove to you that they can make 2 foul shots. You want to save time by fouling quickly, so that enables you that you either need a 2 when you call a timeout, because Chicago has 3, or if they make both foul shots, then you would need a 3-point play. You're giving yourself a chance to tie the game. Okay, so right now it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of pressure on the player who's taking the ball out of bounds. A lot of pressure on that guy. He's got to find the free guy and deliver a solid pass. You must come to the basketball.
Well, the Bulls led this game 90-76 with 11 minutes to go when Perkins and Worthy really went to work on the front line. At the beginning of the game, we said if the Lakers had a chance to win this game, they'd have to win it up front. They'd have to win it with help from Perkins and Worthy. They are the big go-to guys. And the one way Chicago could be a bit vulnerable is on the front line of the Los Angeles Lakers, who outsize the Bulls. Into 3.
Pass.
And Freed is fouled with 11.4. He'll go to the line.
Now, Sedell, 79% foul shooter. He's having a terrific night, but in the fourth quarter, you know, he has not been able to score many points.
He is 2 for 2 from the line tonight, and his last 2 points have come from the free throw line. Sedell Freed. So many times in the past we would have seen Magic Johnson in this point for the Lakers, and now he's sitting on the baseline watching as Sedell Freed.
All right, now that was key. That was real key. By missing that, you call timeout, you're icing the player. You say, why did you make a big point that Chicago had 3 timeouts? Well, this is the reason. You miss the one, you force them to go into the huddle, put the pressure on him. All right, now when he comes back out, even if he makes it, you are only down 2. Now you can call timeout and move the ball a half court.
So when we come back, Threet will have one more free throw opportunity. If he makes it, it'll give the Lakers a 2-point lead. If he misses, though, some options for Chicago.
Right, if he misses, Chicago gets the rebound. They can call timeout, move the ball a half court. But the Lakers cannot fall asleep, because they might have discussed this in their huddle. And if Phil Jackson said, if they make it, we'll call timeout, move the ball. If they miss it, just blow the ball up the floor. We might catch them asleep, because we still have 2 timeouts and a 20. A lot of pressure on Sedell to make the shot, naturally. But the big thing is that the Bulls must keep the Lakers off the offensive board in case he misses.
And watch for Michael Jordan. Sedell does not miss. It's a 2-point game.
See, they are not. There it is. That's smart. They pick Michael up in the backcourt. Very, very smart move. Plenty of time. 5 seconds.
For 3.
Missed.
And look at that. Pippen ties it up because no Laker went
No
for the
timeout. We have
rebound.
no timeouts left.
And this ball game is going into overtime. The Lakers had only to fall on the ball, and it would have been over.
Once again, the offensive rebound. That was the 16th offensive rebound in this game, and the 11th score by the Chicago Bulls.
Of the defensive rebound.
Now just watch as Michael forces this one up. All right, as the ball hits and bounces out, look, they're blocking out, but they're not going for the ball. Pippen picks it right up in traffic and sends it down. It's been the bugaboo all night long. The thing which has really hurt them has been the fact that the Bulls have scored now 11 times on second shots.
Let's go to Ernie Johnson in Atlanta.
All right. Thank you very much, Bob Neal. Great stuff at the Great Western Forum. We're going to overtime. This is like a playoff game in November.
Well, see, Randy Funn was very, very upset because when that ball was coming down the middle, Sam Perkins was pulled away from the ball. That's why Pippen was able to pick it up and put it back in. Randy Funn is hot right now.
Lakers and Bulls are going to overtime. We've had a lot of great games tonight. Let's take a look at what has gone on so far. Utah Jazz, Indiana Pacers. That was
overtime, and here's why it's overtime. The Lakers could not get on the loose ball.
Keep an eye to the right of the lane here as the shot goes up. You're going to see Perkins block his man out. And as he wrapped his arm around Scott Williams just pinned it, opening up Pippen. But Pippen got away from Worthy and got into the middle. And if you notice, there was no one around Pippen on the shot.
5 minutes in the overtime period. Tied at 110. Bulls just played last night in Seattle. They got to be tired. Jordan with 50 points in this game. Cartwright with an excellent job pushing Perkins off the post. Perkins turns around and drains the jumper.
Well, you know one thing that with Perkins in that position, Cartwright is not going to come out on him because he's afraid that he's going to take him off the dribble.
This is the third game in the NBA that's gone into overtime tonight. Jordan missing again. Peeler with the rebound. Jordan missed the shot, the three-pointer that would have won the game. The loose ball rebound went to Pippen, who stuck it in to drive it into overtime. Lakers could take a 4-point lead on this possession, 10 to shoot.
Well, it's all happened up front for the Lakers, with Perkins and Worthy being the guys in this fourth quarter rally.
Not this time for Perkins. Rebound Cartwright. Bulls can tie. They posted Michael Jordan against Sadale 3. There's the double. Pippen misses the three. Cartwright offensive board. Back to Pippen. He missed that one. Kept alive by Jordan. Corralled by Perkins.
That's it. Push. Something good might happen.
Worthy. The double team pass was deflected by the great Chicago defense. Pippen's going to pull up for the jumper.
Wow.
It's tied at 112.
I'll tell you, that's confidence, okay? That was 2 against 3. 2 Bulls versus 3 defenders who were back, and he had the confidence to just pull up and nail that shot.
Randy Funds trying to get AC Green into the game. 3 minutes to go in the overtime. Sadale 3 cuts to the hoop. Worthy pulls up, and James Worthy has 19.
I'm just so happy for him that he's having a great ball game.
What a horrible start in the first half. 12 minutes, no rebounds, no points. Jordan steps out of it. Hold it. Jake O'Donnell is going to overrule.
He's got a foul.
And he's got a foul.
Push.
One official had called that Jordan had stepped out of bounds, and Jake says no, he was pushed, and you can't be pushed out. That is a foul.
Yeah. And Jake had that. He was right on it on the baseline. You can see him in the left of your corner right there. Jake is standing right next to the play, see? So he saw the push that put the foot out of bounds.
2:42 to go in this overtime. Lakers by 2. New shot clock for Chicago.
So you got to go in here because they've got the double team.
Jordan has missed 3 straight shots. Worthy with a defensive rebound. Certainly not Worthy's strong suit. Now isolated against Grant. Throw out this time. Michael saves it to Horace. Bulls can tie.
Must match up.
Michael against Sadale 3. They've isolated. The open jumper. 4 shots in a row Michael has missed. Peeler with the rebound. And the Lakers are going to get timeout. They lead it by 2 with 1:55 to go. And Jordan has missed his last 4 shots after scoring 50 points in regulation. Lakers have the ball and a 2-point lead. Both teams have 1 foul to give in this overtime period.
You're going to see Pippen making a move here right now. A lot of confidence. That was that fast break. 2 versus 3 defenders. This has been the battle here in the fourth quarter in the overtime. Worthy and Pippen. Nice to see James. His game was resurrected tonight. Nice to see him looking for the big shot.
Minute 55 to go. Sellout crowd at the Forum. A lot of the stars have come out for this Chicago Bulls visit here, the only visit in the regular season, and they've had their money's worth. Coming up after this overtime period, or the second one or the third, if we have that many, we'll be inside the NBA with Fred Hickman and Vince Cellini. And there is Michael. I told you he had 50 in regulation, but has gone 0 for his last 4, including one that could have won the ball game at the end.
Now, when you come out of a timeout like this, naturally you put all your strategy into play. That was a high-low right there for
Worthy from 15 feet.
Great. That's the first time they've run that since the early part of the game.
Good spacing by the Bulls. A stack down on the baseline to get a curl for Pippen. BJ didn't get him the ball.
Well, see, what they want to do is a switch there to get a mismatch, but Jordan put it right back.
Worthy right in his face. Pippen drains it anyway.
Is he having a game? Very quietly now. Pippen has 25. Very quietly.
Lakers by 2. Minute 18 to go. Watch for the Bulls and a steal.
See, they keep running a curl down inside with Worthy coming around D-Bots. Now D-Bots is in a one-on-one situation versus Grant.
With 5 seconds to shoot, the foul on Horace Grant.
That was a good call. See, Grant is not going to let D-Bots get to the middle, so he's trying to muscle him. Now, the next foul by the Bulls, the Lakers will be shooting the penalty. There was a down screen right there. That's what we call a two-man game down on the left side of the lane.
4 fouls on Horace Grant, by the way. Pippen has 5 on him.
High screen and roll here.
Threet. Thought he had the penetration. Perkins from long range. Bulls with a chance to tie. Under a minute to go. 44 seconds. Foul, Sedale 3.
All right, now.
The Lakers have that foul to give.
Right. The next foul by either team, they'll be shooting the penalty. And remember, Chicago has 3 timeouts, and the Lakers have 2.
39 seconds to go. Lakers by 2 in the first overtime. Triple team on Jordan. B.J. Armstrong from long range. Jordan gets the long rebound. It just bounced into his hands.
Going to be 6 seconds difference here.
Jordan posted, gets into the paint, but Divac stepped out. Now B.J. Armstrong. Michael couldn't hold on to it.
They call
a foul on Sedale 3.
Sedale 3.
That brought them off their seats here at the Forum.
And they're shooting the penalty on that one.
What a call.
Well, you could see that they just came together there, 3 players. The ball definitely hit off of Michael Jordan and was going into the backcourt. You're going to see it right here. Now there's the bad pass as they run for the ball here. There it is, but you can see Sedale 3 with the right hand. Michael Jordan hits the first foul shot.
He's 10 of 13 tonight, by the way, from the free throw line, and now has 51 points, 18.3 seconds left in this game. It is tied at 116. Timeout, Los Angeles. The Lakers trailed 90-76 with 11 and a half minutes to go in the game. We have 18 seconds to go in overtime. A near turnover for the Bulls that could have clenched it for the Lakers turns instead into a foul against Threet and 2 Michael Jordan free throws.
Right, now we're going to show you the entire play. Now, once the ball comes out here, now watch Sedale as they come together here now. His right hand is on Michael Jordan, all right, on Jordan's left hip. But it comes down to the old story of how much contact is there. You see, you can see the little bit of the push there. The ball is definitely off Jordan rolling into the backcourt. If you're a Chicago fan, that was a great call by the referee on the side. If you're a Laker fan, you're saying, come on, give us a break here already. He just about touched them.
You see the Lakers have 1 timeout remaining. It's tied at 116 with 18.3 seconds remaining in this game. It's been a whale of an effort by these Los Angeles Lakers tonight, and the Lakers have been struggling. Remember, they just barely got their first win at the Forum a week ago.
Now, the thing comes down to you now, you're in a tie game. Now comes philosophy. How many seconds do you run off the clock before you make your move to the basket? You want to allow yourself a shot and an opportunity if you miss to get to the offensive board. The thing is beware of shooting too early, because then the Bulls, if you score, will call timeout, move the ball to half court, and have a chance.
Lakers will inbound from the sideline. It was knocked out by Scott Williams, so the Lakers will inbound over there, give themselves a little more room in which to inbound the ball now.
They have one timeout left.
To Worthy! He's fouled hard, will go to the line.
Great pass. Great pass by Divac. Now, Divac had nothing there. He had nothing. Now, he could either call a timeout or gamble and throw the long pass. All right, now Jake gives him at this end a 2-shot. Now look at this. This is a dangerous pass. A great catch by Worthy. There's your hard foul, and he is shooting 2.
And who was it all the way down to commit the foul and send Worthy to line? Michael Jordan. Worthy is 3 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Whoa! Nothing comes easy. 1-point Laker lead, 16.7 seconds remaining in the overtime. Worthy, 22 points, all in the second half.
A great half.
At halftime, he had played 12 minutes, had no rebounds and no points.
Chicago, 3 timeouts left.
Worthy gets them both. Timeout, Phil Jackson. Lakers by 2. All right, QB Brown, as I like to say, now you're Chicago.
Well, you're Chicago right now. You have plenty of time. You have 16 seconds to go. You have 2 timeouts and a 20. Now, you always tell your team that up front. And you remind the guy who's taking the ball out of bounds that you have a 20 in case you cannot make a good pass. Plus, we have 2 timeouts. Now, key is that they are going to run whatever they think is their best play at this time, and I think that Michael Jordan and Pippen will be involved.
I would guess.
Yes. All right, so the big thing here is that you want to get down and get a high percentage shot as quick as you can. You don't run what we call an early offense. What you're calling, you want to run and get a high percentage shot. Give yourself plenty of time to get on the offensive glass. If anything comes to you early, take it, because that puts the pressure then on the Lakers. Now remember, if Chicago scores, the Lakers have 1 timeout. The Lakers cannot foul, because the next foul by the Lakers is the penalty.
They're on their feet at the Forum. This is the most excited they've been here in Los Angeles since the Lakers got into the playoffs on the last game of the year last season.
Now, you know Randy Fund is telling them this. Fellas, if they shoot and miss, can we stop them from getting a second shot? Just once tonight.
Once. And if you have the ball surrounded, one of you should go ahead and follow. Byron Scott, you see in the picture there, he's not playing tonight, sprained ankle. So Randy has had a whale of a game, and late, Anthony Peeler, the rookie, has played well.
You're telling your players, look, please, make the player shoot over the top of you. No ticky-tack fouls here now. We do not want to put them on the foul line.
Full court pressure. B.J. Armstrong.
This is good. Waste seconds off the clock.
Time remaining, 10 seconds.
Here comes Jordan off a guard around.
Over Eldon Campbell. Oh, my! Michael Jordan. The fadeaway from the corner. It's tied at 118 with 5.9 seconds remaining. And Michael has 54 points in this game tonight.
Now, you have plenty of time here. We're talking 5.4 seconds. Now, the Lakers have used up all of their timeouts. Once again, the pressure shifts to the guy taking the ball out of bounds. Chicago cannot foul, because that's going to put you on the line. Now watch this guard around. Inside screen by BJ. Here comes Michael. Now they have him double teamed. Tough shot. Tough shot. Right in your face.
Eldon Campbell was right in his face. Eldon is 6'11". And a shot block.
Oh, yeah. Big thing here right now is that the Lakers want to get the ball to someone. If the pass comes out beyond the three-point circle, the guy who catches it, you're hoping, is a player that can put the ball down on a dribble and create something for you. If you get the pass to the front court, up in where below the foul line area, now you have plenty of time to run a lot of things. because 5 seconds is a lot of time.
Hubie, as we've watched this overtime, I've been kind of keeping an eye on Magic Johnson, who's sitting down on the baseline, who's been in the game in these key moments so many times in the big matchups. He's sitting down there, he's smiling, talking to Hubie now all the way down, and wishes he were in the game.
No doubt about that. This is where the Magic Man excels in his career.
And tonight, as spectators, Sadeo Freak has played well at the point, but it's been Worthy and Perkins in the second half who have carried the Lakers into the overtime, tied at 118 with the Bulls, and 5.9 seconds remaining.
You're always telling the offensive team, the pressure's on the guy out of bounds. Everyone knows that. Come and meet the pass, because the Chicago Bulls will be shooting the passing lanes. Not a bad night, Bob.
38 shot attempts. That alone would wear you out.
See, they're all over Sam Perkins, using a 6'10", 6'11" player. Pressure to pass. Now, good strategy that time by the Chicago Bulls. Call a timeout. You know their alignment. Now we can go in and talk. The big question is, will the Lakers change their alignment?
And we'll be back to the Forum right after this. This is what happened at the end of regulation to send this game into overtime. The Bulls trailed by 2. Michael misses. Nobody goes to the board. Pippen cans it and sends it into overtime, and now moments ago.
Now here comes on a guard around. Now the Lakers played this well. A shot blocker right in Michael's face. Made him change direction on his elevation. And here's the reset. Chicago still has a full and a 20. Okay? The Lakers, nothing across the board. Now you have to be prepared. They're not playing the guy out of bounds. They'll double team. There it is right there. Oh, great!
He's fouled and will go to the line.
Oh, great strategy. Great strategy.
2.2 seconds left. Jack Haley, who was in street clothes on the Lakers bench, went over to Magic Johnson a moment ago and whispered that play, knowing what it was. So
that
Magic
was beautiful.
Knowing
Watch
what was
the
about
pass
to happen.
as it goes in. Watch Stevens at the foul line. His man leaves him, goes right to the ball. There's your foul by Jordan. Just a sensational play.
Divac is only 3 of 6 from the line tonight. Gets this one. 2.2 seconds remains. Now, if he drains this one, the Bulls still have 2.2 seconds and a timeout plus a 20.
Right.
Gets them both. Timeout, Chicago.
An NBA game is never over. We know that, right?
Vlade Divac telling Byron Scott, thank you for the free throw shooting lessons.
That was a great play. A misdirection. They took the defense one way, and then they send the guy right down the middle of the floor, relying on his man leaving him.
Let's talk about Randy Funn, the young Lakers coach. This is his first head coaching job. This is a pressure game. He talked to you and me today about the pressure here in Los Angeles. This city not only expects a decent team, they expect the Lakers to win the Pacific Division, to be in the finals. He has a lot of pressure on him, and calling timeouts, as you've spent so many times, Hubie Brown, yourself, at this time in crux situations is a key test of a young coach.
Oh, absolutely. And the 3 games that they've won have all been by 3 points or less. So they have been involved in these games. And his point is this. They were picked to come in 6th in their division this year. So, you know, everyone across the country has the talent evaluated properly. Now, you look at what's gone on here in the past, and you are really replacing, you know, some guys who have gotten it done in this arena. And unfortunately for him, he does not have that megastar that all of these other people have had, you know, before him. A lot of pressure.
Whether Jerry West or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Wilt Chamberlain or Magic Johnson, you can name them down. The stars, Worthy and Perkins, are toward the end of their career, and they're having to rely on young players like Vlade Divac and Eldon Campbell and Sadeo Freak.
Now here comes the pass. You're going to see the guy out of bounds, double teams. But here right there, when they left the guy, Divac coming down the middle, Michael had to leave Sadeo Freak for the foul. Now big key here is the Bulls still have a 20-second timeout to go. Jake O'Donnell tried to pass it to me, but he knew I couldn't do anything with it, so he took it back.
Lakers by 2. 2.2 seconds.
2.2. Michael on a wraparound move.
He misses at the buzzer. Lakers have upset the Bulls 120 to 118 in overtime. Vlade Divac hit the key free throws, but it was James Worthy's effort in the second half. Worthy played only 12 minutes in the first half, had no rebounds, no points, but came alive in the second half for 23 points to lead the Lakers to this overtime win over the Chicago Bulls. Back to the Forum right after this. So the Lakers go to 4-2. The Bulls' 6-game win streak is snapped in overtime, 120 to 118. And Hubie Brown, 11 and a half minutes to go in this ball game. The Bulls led 90 to 76. The Lakers come back behind James Worthy. What else happened?
Yeah, but you see, Worthy and Perkins came to life. And we said at the top of the show, these two guys had to wake up and start playing to their potential and give the Lakers what was expected. Perkins comes in with 26, Worthy gets 23, all in the second half. And then let's give Divac some credit. A couple of key blocks by Divac, and also he makes the big foul shots down the stretch. Now, I also give their bench credit. Their coaching staff did an excellent job. That was a terrific misdirection play. All right, and it worked perfectly for them. And they only had 5 seconds to do it. Now, they won 4 games this year, all 4 by 3 or less. The coaching staff is growing up quickly.
Randy Funn is now about 55 years old. 50, let's say 54, because that leads me cleverly to our player of the game, Michael Jordan, who had 54 points tonight. 20 of 38 from the field, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks. Under a normal night, we'd give that to James Worthy, who came and got the 23 second half points to lead the Lakers back. But Michael Jordan, spectacular again tonight. Be sure to stay with TNT as NBA action continues Tuesday. San Antonio and Portland, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Coming up next on TNT, Inside the NBA with Fred Hickman and Vince Cellini. For Hubie Brown, this is Bob Neal saying good night from Los Angeles.